Right now at 10, a Joplin organization holds a community event to spread the word about their mission. We'll take you there. Plus, Carthage VFW Post is celebrating a major milestone. Also, inaugural car parade shining a light on the Jefferson Highway, and Abbott Nutrition says it has restarted production at its Michigan baby formula factory. You're watching the KOAM News at 10, and it starts right now. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Chris Warner. Joplin organization dedicated to helping women in need held a fun event for the community today to spread word about their mission. Loving Grace is a transitional living facility for young women who are either aging out of foster care, pregnant, or homeless, to help them get the resources to support themselves. On Saturday, the organization hosted an event for children and families in the area to come out and learn more about the work they do while also providing a good time.
It's been a tough few years with COVID. Everybody says that. We all know that. It's no news flash, but it's been really disconnecting. People haven't been able to get together in large groups and talk to each other and just do life on life together. And it's really fun to be able to provide a community event so people can come together and talk to each other and enjoy each other and just be together, you know.
The day was full of activities for kids like bounce houses, face painting, and other outdoor games. Learn more about Loving Grace and check out this story at KOAMnewsnow.com. Oh, we're celebrating a birthday this weekend. The Carthage VFW turning 90 years old. Although that's not how long they've been in the area, it's the amount of time they've existed as an organization. Veterans of Foreign Wars is made up of veterans who served all over Vietnam, Korea, Iraq, that's just to name a few. VFW says they're using the day to give members a chance to relax and enjoy themselves.
We generally do at least 44 to 45 events a year just for the post. And so if there's 52 weeks out of the year, you can see that's a lot. And so we're always helping brothers and sisters across the world, not just in the Carthage area, but predominantly in the Carthage area. So we're all just kind of relaxing. We got bounce houses out back. We got free hot dogs, water.
The birthday celebration also included live music from the multi-genre band Out for a Ride. Well, the Jefferson Highway is having its inaugural parade of cars today to highlight the historical Jefferson Highway, which was formed in 1915. KOAM's Jalen Banks has more.
Jefferson Highway was formed in 1915 and is one of America's earliest automotive highways. It spanned over 2,300 miles, running from Winnipeg, Canada, all the way to New Orleans. The Jefferson Highway Association is bringing its inaugural parade of cars to southeast Kansas this year and is hoping to further establish the route as a tourism destination for the area.
For the last 10 years, we've given conferences in every state, and we have people from all over at this conference, and it's coming, and we're hoping that Kansas will start getting more involved as we really will make this a tourism route through America, and it's starting to happen slowly but surely.
The parade had participants from 12 different states and featured antique vehicles all the way up to 1980, the oldest car being a 1910 Model T. Steve Schnitzer, a participant of the event, shares what the parade means to him and how he hopes to pass this on to the next generation.
It's an inspiring effort, and the thing is, we try to perpetuate the old car hobby through events like this. We're trying to get some of that young stock into the Gearhead convention with us, working on these old cars to perpetuate them, because these vehicles are going to outlast us.
In southeast Kansas, at the Jefferson Highway Parade of Cars, Jalen Banks, KOAM News.
The parade started in Pittsburgh, drove up to Arma, and finished at the Crawford County Historical Museum. Today was a beautiful day to get outside and do a lot of things. Changes on the way. Nick Kelly joining us.
And we saw a little preview of those changes earlier today, Chris, actually, with a quick dying complex of rain across the northern half of the viewing area. But despite that, we looked great for this evening. We're still looking quiet from 7th and Rangeline. And we still went from 56 at Joplin Regional this morning to about 80 degrees this afternoon. Nothing out there on the radar network right now, at least in our area. The last batch of rain that we had skirted on through earlier today, continuing across central and eastern parts of Missouri, knocking on the door of St. Louis. But look to the north and west. This is our next complex of storms that we'll be watching closely as we go through the very late night hours and certainly by tomorrow morning. Mid-60s to about 70 degrees. That's where we all sit right now at the top of the 10 o'clock hour. Anticipating those storms to start making a run toward the area by sunrise, but as they try to come on through, they'll be in the much weaker state. While I'm not expecting severe weather, there will be rain chances to start your Sunday morning out. Then a little dry time will push us back near 80 for tomorrow, Chris, but we've got more rain chances on the way, including a severe threat for Monday morning. We'll break it all down for everybody here in a few.
All right, Nick, thank you. Abbott Nutrition says it's reopened its baby formula plant in Sturgis, Michigan, months after shutting it down due to a contamination issue. Abbott is starting production of EllaCare and other specialty and metabolic formulas, but relief is likely weeks away for parents struggling with a nationwide formula shortage. Elise Preston has the latest from New York.
Abbott Nutrition, the makers of one of the nation's biggest brands of baby formula, restarting operations Saturday at its Michigan plant, the largest such factory in the U.S. This comes months after it was forced to shut down due to contamination concerns. Abbott saying in a statement, we'll ramp up production as quickly as we can while meeting all requirements. We're committed to safety and equality and will do everything we can to re-earn the trust of parents, caregivers, and healthcare providers that they've placed in us for 130 years. The reopening comes as the nationwide shortage is growing more dire every day for parents of young kids.
There are moms that are desperate. I know just multiple parents that are literally begging, please, I need one can.
This shortage is now expected to drag on into summer. Abbott says it will prioritize specialty formula for kids with allergies or medical conditions. Dwindling supply on store shelves has forced the Biden administration to look for alternatives, including using the military to deliver shipments of new formula from overseas manufacturers. Flights coming in next week are expected to bring more than 8 million bottles worth, less than a fifth of how much is consumed on an average each week just in the U.S.
We're talking about the sole source of nutrition for arguably our most vulnerable consumer. And so from that perspective, a crisis like this in the biggest consumer economy in the world should never happen.
The FDA says Abbott's products will undergo enhanced testing before they're released. The first batch is expected to reach consumers later this month. In New York, I'm Alexis McAdams, Fox News.
Abbott closed the Michigan factory in February after the FDA opened an investigation into 4 bacterial infections among babies who drank formula from the plant. 2 died. We take this time now to honor one of our many 4-state heroes. Sammy Palmer served in the Air Force in Turkey with the 39th Squadron. Her hometown, Crestline. And we're proud to recognize Sammy Palmer, tonight's 4-state hero. And of course, if you want to learn more about our other heroes, nominate one of your own. You can do that at KOAMnewsnow.com. After the break, there have been at least 23 mass shootings in the U.S. since the shooting in Uvalde. Plus, we'll take you to a charity run honoring the victims of the Pulse nightclub shooting. Take a look at this. It's our Tower Cam of Towers. It is sponsored by R.E. Smith Construction. This is as work continues on the KOAM More Power project. Very big project. You want to learn more about it? You can go to our website, KOAMnewsnow.com/power. Well, since the horrific mass shooting inside an elementary school in Uvalde, Texas, 11 days ago, there have been at least 23 mass shootings in the U.S. That's according to the Gun Violence Archive, which defines a mass shooting as a shooting that leaves at least 4 people dead or wounded, not including the shooter. At least 3 mass shootings happening within the last 24 hours across the U.S. Cole Higgins reports.
In Phoenix, Arizona, police investigating an early Saturday morning shooting that left 9 people shot, one of those dead.
There was a large gathering of people at the strip mall, somewhere possibly near 100 people, some sort of a party there at the strip mall.
To the southeast in Houston, Texas, police say at least 3 people shot Saturday morning after a suspect opened fire from a U-Haul truck outside of a nightclub. A woman and 2 men ranging in age from 32 to 50 transported from the scene after 4 a.m. In the Midwest, Omaha, Nebraska police are investigating a shooting from Friday night. Authorities there say at least one person is dead and 3 others injured from gunshot wounds. And in Chesterfield, Virginia, just south of the capital city, Richmond, 1 person is dead and 5 more injured after a Friday night shooting. Police say more than 50 shots were fired.
I have a 4th grader that was in the room next door that's terrified.
And in Uvalde, Texas, a traumatized community reeling from the 21 lives lost after a gunman entered Robb Elementary School a week and a half ago. Parents demanding answers from the school board.
My niece died. I have a 6-year-old that just told me, I don't want to go to school. Why? To be shot? We want answers to where the security is going to take place.
I'm Cole Higgins reporting.
Thursday, the House Judiciary Committee approved a wide-ranging package of gun control legislation called the Protecting Our Kids Act as lawmakers face intense pressure to act in the wake of recent mass shootings. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi announcing that the full House will vote next week on the act. However, the measure is not expected to pass the Senate amid widespread GOP opposition to stricter gun control. Well, thousands are taking to the streets today to honor the victims of the Pulse nightclub tragedy as the 6th annual Community Rainbow Run and Family Festival gets underway in Orlando. The 4.9K race benefits the One Pulse Foundation and the National Pulse Memorial and Museum. The event also offered a virtual run option so runners from around the world could participate. After the race, there will be a community festival that had food, games, and entertainment. Gasoline prices are still inching upward. AAA says a combination of tightening global supplies and high demand are the main reasons behind the pain at the pump. Experts advise to avoid speeding, combine your errands to limit your driving time, and cut down on your AC use. National average gas price was around $4.60 a gallon, according to AAA. Gas Buddy, a company that tracks gas prices nationally, also reported a similar price estimate. The state with the highest average gas price was California at a little over $6.10 a gallon, according to both sources. The laundry list of issues for owners of these electric vehicles keeps growing. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration is investigating problems which could affect about 416,000 2021 and 2022 Tesla Model 3 and Y cars. More than 750 complaints have been made saying that the cars can suddenly brake at high speeds. No crashes or injuries from the alleged phantom braking have been reported. The NHTSA has asked Tesla for a response by June 20th. The probe began in February when 354 complaints had been made. A Northeast state passes the latest form of consumer protection. New York State Legislature has passed the Fair Repair Act, allowing consumers and independent repair shops the right to fix digital products. Manufacturers must now provide access to repair tools, parts, and instructions. Self-repair groups say this allows for healthy competition between cheaper shops and the manufacturers themselves. This could also change how electronics are designed and maintained. New York Governor Kathy Hochul is expected to sign the bill into law. Later on the news at 10, why one restaurant in Arizona wants you to lick the walls.
But first, we've got plenty of rain chances to track, including tomorrow morning and a severe threat for Monday morning. Forecast next. The rain that we saw, some of us at least earlier today, was just a sneak preview of the multitude of rain chances lining up as we go into the coming week. Let's look back on our day, though. The SkyWatch Storm Tracker picking up on the storms that got going in southwest Kansas late last night and very early this morning, but you saw how they really couldn't hold themselves together in any good shape or form. But as it did pass on through basically the northern half of the viewing area, had to deal with some scattered showers, maybe a couple good downpours of moderate rainfall, and not much in the way of rainfall to speak of. Radar estimates just showing a 1/10 of an inch on the average, but that's for the entire area, really. It's our very far northern counties that saw the bulk, if you want to call it that, of any measurable precipitation, between 1/10 and ½ an inch. But again, it's just a hint of the many rain chances lining up as we go through the next several days. At least after we got that out of here, we had temperatures push near 80 today, and we're still looking good with the live shot from Indigo Sky outside of Seneca, Missouri. and the live shot from 7th and Rangeline as well, where we have clear skies up top for now. 66 already in Joplin with the calm breeze. And that humidity is starting to climb back up at 84%. The latest look at your temperatures here has us in the mid-60s to about 70 degrees, maybe a couple lower 70s from about Fredonia, Independence, and the Wada Points west. But I still think we'll drop back into the lower to middle 60s as we pick up on increasing cloud cover from the west. And that is really hinting at our next complex of thunderstorms that we'll be watching as we go deeper into the night and certainly for tomorrow morning. Those storms got going out across central and western parts of Nebraska and northwestern Kansas along a stationary front. But what's going to try to steer them our way is the upper levels. The middle and upper levels dictated by the jet stream here has it coming out of the northwest. So these storms still want to try and make a southeast turn toward us. Not to mention, we've got other waves that are building out to the west and eager to roll in through the coming week. So what does that mean for the overnight? I really think we're dry through much of the overnight, but the future track's got the right idea that generally by the time we head towards sunrise, here comes the leading edge of the thunderstorms in some shape or form. But as they come on in and work through the area, especially by 9 o'clock, give or take an hour tomorrow morning, they should be in a weaker state. I'm not expecting severe weather with these thunderstorm chances, but it's still something else to watch as we get your Sunday morning started. Then after that rotates on through, I think generally we'll go to at least a quiet overall Sunday afternoon. 63 in the morning, 75 by noon. We'll push highs back near 80 degrees with that south breeze light at 5 to 10. Then we got to focus on another complex of storms that I want to take aim right for us between midnight Monday, 3 a.m. Monday, up until about 5 a.m. before the morning drive gets going. That could certainly be a chance for severe weather. At the very least, our far southeastern Kansas counties being clipped by a low severe threat. But I think we all have a shot to get some severe weather out of that complex of storms. But again, that's just for early Monday morning, midnight to 5 a.m., wind, rain, maybe some hailstones. I think those are the biggest issues before we try to clear out a little bit for Monday and topping out around 83. Then we'll just keep the rain machine on churning with 79 Tuesday and Wednesday. Complexes of rain and storms to deal with as well. A dry Thursday crisp, but more rain chances to start next weekend out. And by the time this is all said and done, we could see maybe 1 to 4 inches by the end of the week. So we need to keep an eye on those numbers as well.
Absolutely. And of course, flooding concerns a major concern right now. Nick, thank you so much. Turning to sports, Royals at home today hosting the Astros.
Yeah, they're trying to snap a 5-game skid. We've got the details. Plus, the Outlaws continue their homestand hosting Des Moines tonight. Those highlights next. Joplin picked up its first win of the season on Friday, a 10-4 victory over Des Moines, and they're back in action tonight before a day off on Sunday. The Outlaws aim to take back-to-back games from the Peak Prospects. First inning, Carson Carpenter hits a chopper to second. It's mishandled at first. That allows Caden Bressler to score to tie it at 1. Then Max Bruff smacks it up the middle. His single scores 2 runs for the Outlaws. They take the lead 3-1 after 1. Next inning, throw goes to second, past second, and the Outlaws tack on another. Joplin pours it on, beating Des Moines 14-4. The St. Louis Cardinals are in the middle of a 5-game set with the Chicago Cubs. The series is split at 1 game apiece ahead of a doubleheader today. Albert Pujols makes his 3,000th career appearance. He's the 10th player in MLB history to reach the milestone. St. Louis has the bases loaded here, trailing by 4. Tommy Edman strikes out. Cards manager Oliver Marmol doesn't like the call. He's clearly mad. He gets ejected. And the game goes on. 8th inning, Paul Goldschmidt on a 25-game hitting streak. He's caught swinging here. The streak comes to an end. Tough one for the Cardinals. They fall 6-1. Game 2 of a doubleheader. St. Louis aims to bounce back. In extra innings, Cards score 4 in the top of the 10th to make it 7-3. Brendan Donovan is 3 for 5 with 2 doubles and 4 RBI. Cards trying to close this one out. Kansas City hosts Houston this weekend. The Royals trying to stop a 5-game skid today and even up the series. Scoreless through 5, Salvador Perez blasts a 2-run shot in the 6th, and later he drives in another off a double, part of a 4-run 8th inning for the Royals. Kansas City blanks Houston 6-0. 21-year-old Iga Swiatek won the French Open this morning over Coco Gauff. She won it in 2 sets, 6-1, 6-3, proving once again just how dominant she is right now in women's tennis. The world number 1 has now won 35 straight matches, tied for the longest streak of the century. It's her 2nd Grand Slam title, both at the French Open. Now, Gauff is just 18 years old. She made her first appearance in a major final today. The men's final between Rafael Nadal and Casper Ruud is tomorrow morning. We're back after this.
Check this out. You are supposed to lick the walls at the Mission Restaurant in Old Town Scottsdale, Arizona. These walls are made of Himalayan rock salt. They were brought in by the chef for the ambience, but licked by the customers to help the tequila go down. Himalayan rock salt is said to have natural sanitary properties, but restaurant staff regularly wipe them down. It's a good thing because, see, these walls, they've been around for 17 years, and I didn't write this, by the way. They have seen a lot of tongue.
Even if it's naturally sanitary and if they wipe it down, no.
That's a no for me.
Absolutely not.
Nobody. We were just discussing whether or not we should lick the walls here, but I am not. This studio is 70 years old almost. I'm not so sure about that.
Quick weather recap?
Yeah. Oh, God. Yeah, real quick. Sorry.
Yeah. We'll keep highs back near 80 tomorrow, but we'll watch for storms in the morning. Not expecting anything severe, but it's something I'll still watch closely.
Nick, thank you. You got to pay attention to that clock there. That's our time for now. We'll see you back here tomorrow night, and thanks for making us part of your night.